Okay, people, so Kinda Pregnant is the new Amy Schumer joint that's just hit Netflix. Right, it's directed by Tyler Spindel, written by Amy Schumer and Julie Paiva. Supposedly Pavia came up with the story. The film is produced by Ellie Thomas, Molly Sims, Alex Sachs, Jute Mule, Tim Herahai, Kevin Grady, Amy Schumer, and Adam Sandler. It is executive produced by Elizabeth Niles, Michael D. Robbins, Barry Bernardi, and David Boyce. It is co-produced by Sarah Sarandos, Rupert Gregson Rupert Gregson Williams took care of the music. Stuart Drybury handled the cinematography. It is edited by J.J. Tatone and Tom Costain. Right, Joanna Levinger and Caroline Pomert Alaganat took care of the casting. Jordan Jacobs is art direction. Set decoration is Chris Hyannis. Yafi Hoosh is costume design. Right, hair and makeup, we got Rachel White, April Toons, Clint Torres, Kerry Plant Price, Kerry R. Plant, Jennifer Mullins, Danielle Minella, Madeline Lacour, Scott Hush, Tim Harvey, Carla Gentry Osario, and Margarita Allen. So our cast. Well, we have got Amy Schumer plays Lainy Newton. Right? Her best friend is Kate. And she's played by Jillian Bell. Right? She is married to Mark, who is played by Joel David Moore. Right, at school, Lainey and Kate both work at the same school, but there is also another teacher, Shirley, played by Lizzie Broadway, and Fallon, played by Ursula Carlson. Right, Oh, Shirley is married to Ron, played by Alex Moffat. Who else do we have? Oh, Lainey's ex-boyfriend, Dave, played by Damon Wayans Jr. Then there is the friend that Lainey makes, Megan Taylor, played by Brianne Howie. Megan is married to Steve, played by Chris Guerrier, and Megan's brother is Josh, right? Who is played by Will Forte. Who else do we have? Jackie Sandler makes an appearance as a yoga class teacher. Molly Sims is a parental workshop teacher. We've got Chris Tyone as a barista. Oh, Megan's son Connor is played by Duke McLeod. We got some of the kids at the school in Leanne's class. There's Liam, played by Robbie Crandall. Brett, played by Max Malas. Amber, played by Kennedy Ray Thompson. Emily, played by Kylie Koyuka. Julia, played by Alice Sophie Malalukova. Moira, played by... Oh, actually... Oh, no. Moira, played by Hayley Griffin. Now, there's also an appearance by one of Sandler's kids, Sunny. Right? She plays Daisy. And her mum is played by Laura Benatti. A younger version of Lainy is played by Jane Sowers, and a younger version of Kate is played by Juliana Lane. Okay, so I think that's basically it. Oh, Dave Attell is Shirley's dad. Huh. Okay, right. The gist of the story: when Lainey plans to settle down and start a family falls apart, she puts on a fake baby bump, tells a lie, and accidentally falls for a dreamy guy. So yeah, like when I always find it amusing, right? When it's like the story idea was from when the story idea is y'all didn't come up with this idea. Like this is. You know what I mean? We've seen this a million times, right? And I saw, look, Amy Schumer, her films have been, they've not been for me, let's just say, right? I think the best thing I've seen Amy Schumer in, right, was Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. I think that film is so funny, and she's got a little role in that. But I feel that's been her best performance. I just didn't get on with Trainwreck, right? Oh boy, I did not like I Feel Pretty. You know, Unfrosted was, but that wasn't her film, right? Yeah, just haven't enjoyed them, you know? But she can be funny. That's the thing, right? So there's always that, like, oh, will this be where it all turns around? Because we've seen it happen with people, you know? We've seen it happen with people. So I gave it, and also I liked Spindel's The Wrong Missy. So, you know, but I think the big thing with this was I wanted to see how they played it out, right? Because just the concept, you're just like, this does not work. This does not work. Like, how are they going to pull this off, right? And yeah, that's why I watched it, right? We open up and we've got, as I said, the young version of Lainey and Kate. Right, they're in the playground at school and they're playing being pregnant, right? And giving birth, you know, to say that, which could be hilarious, right? But I think the problem for me with the scene was it's too precise, right? You've got the kids, like, you know, using, you know, like we've got little Lainey using correct terminology and all of this kind of thing. And it's like, it'd be like the funny thing a lot of times with little kids is like they've overheard something, right? And they think they're repeating it verbatim, but they're usually getting it, you know, words mixed up and all of that, which makes it funny. So you could have that scene and it could be hilarious if she's not quite getting it right? If she's saying some crazy shit, then that's funny. But as is, it was just kind of flat. And that really does sum up the film, right? Because we've got, you know, then we jump to the future. Now, Lainey's an adult. She's waking up and she's talking to her friend, Kate. You know, Kate's on the toilet, and that's when Kate finds out she's pregnant. And it's just, you know, this whole thing, right? Lainy thinks that she's gonna get proposed to. You know what I mean? Thinks she's gonna get proposed to. And it's just, there's a lot of things that didn't really make, like the dress thing didn't make any sense, you know? And then it was just like the what she does with the cake is just weird. Just all of it. Just that whole restaurant thing is odd. It's all very odd. But it could have been funny, right? Could have been funny. We've seen that scenario be hilarious. But it's like the film really it's about a selfish person. Right? And that's why these films are always very weird. Because when it's something like this, you know what I mean? Because she's jealous of her friend, essentially. She lies about being pregnant, which, I mean, it doesn't work, right? Like, obviously, you want a bump thing that can get bigger and bigger, you know what I mean? If it's the same size all the time, you know what I mean? But it's the, you know what I mean? It's that. But everything is now built on lies. And we don't really see how that can be rectified. Because there's a bit where someone's just like, I'm not the person to comfort people who have been dishonest. And then literally in the next beat, it's like, come, I'll give you a hug. And it's just like, what? Right? Like, I think you all can imagine how this film will end, right? And that's how this film ends. It shouldn't end like that. You know what I mean? Like, the funny thing would be for this all to fall apart. To all fall, because again, it's lies. It's built on lies, and we have these weird, like, portrayals, right? The Shirley character, the Shirley character is just ridiculous. She is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, now, to say never is a big thing, because, you know, there's usually a few incidences of something, right? But I can't imagine a teacher like Shirley. You know what I mean? And also, Lainy is a shit teacher, right? You have people like acting in a way that is so crazy. You wouldn't have a job. Wouldn't have a job, right? So we have these weird, like, and it's meant to be someone, you know, who is trying to, you know, the weird trying to connect to the kids and projecting your issue. Like, it's just weird. It's played out. It's boring. But then this over the top nonsense, you know? And the fact that, like, what we're saying, no one would pick up on any of this. I mean, the funniest bit in this film involves Sandler's daughter, Sunny, right? Because she's on a train and she sees Lainy. And we have these two scenes, like the first meeting and the second meeting. That is the funniest part of this film for me, right? That was, you know what I mean? And it wasn't anything like eyebrow crazy, but it just, I thought that worked. That worked. The rest of it, it was just dull. It was dull. You know, we don't have to reinvent the wheel or anything like that. But, you know, do some things that actually evoke more emotion, right? Create a fully fleshed character rather than a 2D caricature. Because essentially that's what everyone was. They're just flat. We don't actually have any sort of depth to anyone. It is just, ugh. It's a shame, man. Because we have a lot of talented individuals here. You know what I mean? A lot. But no one, just no one really can elevate what this is, you know, to this, I don't know. Now, here's the thing, right? As I said, I haven't really enjoyed Schumer's films. But I imagine if you liked Trainwreck, if you liked I Feel Pretty, and I know people that did, which is awesome. It's great. You know what I mean? But I think if you like those films, you will like Kinda Pregnant. And here's the one. If you liked Unfrosted, you know, she was also in that, right? If you liked Unfrosted, you will definitely like Kinda Pregnant, right? Oh, Babes. If you enjoyed Babes from last year, you're going to enjoy Kinda Pregnant. They're both very similar, you know, in what they are, right? So yeah, it's on Netflix, so you can dip in, you can test the waters, all of that kind of jazz. But, oh man, Kinda Pregnant, not really for me. Even the end, where they do something, it's just too little, too late, and you're still like, wait, how? You know? But yeah, it's, I don't know, people. Maybe one day we're gonna get this incredible Schumer film, but I don't know. But yeah, Kinda Pregnant.